The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Okay, turn it on.
Danger, danger!
Are you ready?
I forgot to put in the crystals.
Who has a sonic screwdriver? I do!
Welcome to Nerd-O-Rama.
It's an energy by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
On nerdcoreradio.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
What is Nerd-O-Rama all about?
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All systems have been alerted to your presence, sir.
Nerd-O-Rama.
The following...
All right. Well, wow, my mic is really loud.
Nice.
I don't know if it's my mic or just me.
It's probably both.
All right, well,
It's better, right?
welcome to the January 20th edition of Nerd-O-Rama. This is not me running the show. That's why it doesn't sound as good. No reaction.
I'm just, I'm passing and stuff and seeing where this is going here.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah. Just whatever this is, stay over here. That should be more fun. Yeah.
It doesn't even show up on camera.
Not at all.
Not at
That's
all.
awesome. If you guys are watching at home, you have no idea what just happened.
No.
But we have water now, and some of us have a smile on our face probably for what just happened.
Water. You guys have water.
Well, we do. That's what I was saying. The collective we of Adam and myself here.
I believe what Adam mentioned that I was not broadcasting, meaning that we were all like a team.
Yeah.
And you guys are hydrated, and I am simply parched.
Well, you should have asked when she said, "Hey, water, anybody?"
My throat is too dry to ask for water.
Well, see, there you go. It's your loss. You'll just have to dehydrate and not be hydrated ever again.
By the way, my name
Hi.
is Adam. This is
Adam.
Nerd-O-Rama, and I'm partnered up again with Gwiggy.
Hi, how are you there?
Yes,
Out there in the Nerd-O-Rama,
the
Vortex.
the Nerdosphere.
the Nerdosphere.
Yes.
The Nerd Vortex.
Yes. So this is January 20th.
Nice.
Yeah.
You actually have it printed right there on your computer screen that
That's
it is
right.
January 20th.
It's because I ran out. I forgot what days or what episode numbers these were. So I was just like,
okay.
I'm gonna start just dating them.
Very cool.
So, our show. I'm just out of it tonight. I've been here since 1 o'clock trying to fix
Yeah.
the computers here that are just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So
It has been quite unsuccessful of a day here for young Adam.
and also my air conditioning doesn't work at home, and
But on a bright note, he was out drinking last night because I saw him do that.
yeah,
I happened to notice.
cheap beer.
It wasn't that cheap. But, get to-
Anyway, the show is brought to you by Anime Fix. Anime Fix on Central Avenue in St. Petersburg. Go get your anime, your manga, your import toys, your Gundam models, your replica cosplay stuff.
Mhm.
Yes, they're my sponsor, so I'm telling you to go there. By the way, if you mention Nerd-O-Rama, you also get 10% off there. So
No, when people go in there, do they get tired of people coming in and say, "Hey, do you have Psy dolls there for the Gangnam?" Thing?" They must be trying to hit somebody if anybody walks in there like that.
I don't know. I think I would want a side doll. I think
know.
that'd be pretty cool. I don't. Do they do
I don't know why that doesn't happen yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look that up. There
Yeah.
we go. Let's
Yeah,
see.
look up
Let me see if they have that.
like side plushies.
Psy plush dolls. Yeah, it's got a little stuffed bow tie and fake sunglasses.
Why do they have to be fake?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I guess a plushie doesn't really need real sunglasses, but they could be.
Oh, well, there's little ones here. There's a bobblehead, I think. Let's see.
This is riveting radio.
I know, right? I mean, this is important stuff.
Full
here. You guys are
of
all
rivets.
collectors and stuff. You want to see
That's true.
what this stuff is here. Yeah, there's the Gangnam Style Psy bobblehead,
Oh, wow. Yeah,
that's
it
gonna be
actually
cool.
it actually exists.
glasses, everything too. That's cool, and it's only $12.99.
$12.99
plus $4.95 shipping and handling. But
and he's in
yes.
he's doing his Gangnam dance.
Absolutely. Would you expect anything less?
I would not. I would like the elevator person as well, though.
The elevator person, absolutely.
Yes.
Especially if it was the other, what's it, from
if
Big
it-
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, if it was the James
Lopan
Hong.
style.
By the
Let's
way,
see.
I don't know if I even played that song, but if you haven't seen Lopan Style on YouTube, it's definitely worth a look. It's a parody done really well with James Hong actually in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that should explain the quality of it. But yeah. This is I'm just out of it today. I'm
It's all right, we're getting there.
having a hell of a day
We're getting
here.
there.
Let me jump into news. Maybe that'll
That'll help.
That'll stream it
push
up some.
things
Yeah.
forward, you know.
Um,
Definitely.
Fallout news. I know it's been a while since anyone's talked about the Fallout games, but the Bethesda Softworks has optioned a ongoing post-apocalyptic TV series. They won't actually say it's Fallout, but
Okay.
that's really the only
Is
intellectual property that they own.
which network is doing it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
No.
Because I was wondering. I mean, we got a lot of these post-apocalyptic shows coming out now. There's the one on NBC Revolutions. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
not Fallout. And there's one on Sci-Fi coming soon called Deception, I think.
Oh yeah.
But that wouldn't be Fallout then, would it?
Yeah, it's that one's based off a video game coming out too.
Oh, okay.
It's
cool.
gonna be like stories from the video game mixed in with the I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know. It's one of those massively multiplayer games, so I don't really pay attention to those.
Nice.
But I
happened to see the commercial. I was watching Merlin the other day.
Yeah.
And then that just came out of nowhere where Merlin just came back. Like, I'm always surprised when it's just all of a sudden back. I'm like, whoa.
I thought it got canceled.
That's what it. I thought it was going to finish last week. That show always just sort of disappoints me every year. Well, at least last season, it just totally just kept annoyingly pissing me off. Just because it seems like
so
Merlin,
you kept watching it.
I know. Exactly, of course. But like just the let's see, the end of last season, it seems like Merlin still isn't really as badass as he's supposed to be.
Right.
As of a wizard. And then at the end of the season, all of a sudden, one of the things, like, I don't know, you've seen Merlin or anything too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, one of the things in one of the earlier episodes, the dragon egg that he saved and met the dragon hatched and everything, all of a sudden this little baby dragon comes back and is now working with what's-her-face. And I'm like, seriously? What the hell's that all about? Really?
Merlin, also known as the
Crap.
show that disappoints in every
know.
episode. But
So
yeah, another jump. Did you see Zombieland?
yeah, I saw Zombieland. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. It was supposed to start out as a TV series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they decided to make a movie out of it. But now, thanks to The Walking Dead, they're already casting to make it into a TV series again.
Nice. That'd be
Yeah. The people at IO9, a really good nerd website. They leaked some script pages for the casting thing, so they know it's legit.
Nice. I mean, they were looking to do a second movie too, because that was talks, I thought, too.
Yeah, they want to do a second movie. They just don't know how.
Yeah.
So I think turning it into a series would probably be a better idea.
Cool.
And different characters and all around the place.
Mhm.
I mean, if they can't get Eisenberg for the movie, I mean that's not a big loss.
Yeah.
But without Woody Harrelson, it would just fall apart.
Yeah.
Gremlins is coming back.
Oh God.
Yes. As a remake.
As a remake? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I mean, unless like Phoebe Cates and the other guy who was the main star in there makes at least a cameo.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any good, but.
And they're asking Joe Dante if he's going to direct because he did the other two, and he's not. He doesn't know anything about it. So
wow.
That's really kind of pissing me off. Speaking of being pissed off by remakes, the Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles start shooting in April.
That should be awesome. That sounds awful, but it sounds awesome at the same time.
The original prospect for his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing was that they were going to be aliens from another planet.
Oh.
And he took out the Teenage Mutant part and was just going to call it Ninja Turtles because it was easier for him to say. He actually said this. He's like, "Oh, it's easier to say.
It's easier to say.
I'm just going to call it that."
And I can't spell teenager mutant, so they're just Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So, we were all happy that they scrapped the script and they weren't even sure they were gonna make the movie now, but now it's coming back and it's pissing me off.
Yeah. Well, the world needs more Ninja Turtles. I mean, we didn't do bad enough with the first 3 movies. So
the first one was fantastic.
The first one was fantastic. The second one was crap.
Yeah.
And the third one
I don't even
was,
talk about the third one.
The only thing, even that theme song that they had, that Jungle Life song that just came out for that one was, yeah.
Yeah,
just the fact that song was played all over the air for weeks upon end because it became popular.
I don't know. She knows that I love Tarzan Boy, and she doesn't. She see. Yeah. But the fourth one was actually really good. The fourth one was the CG. It was just called TMNT.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
And it was made by it was actually made by Eastman and Laird, the guys that did the comic book.
That's cool.
So I mean that's actually worth watching. The new cartoon's really good. This new CG cartoon. It was really funny because I watched. I think it was like the second episode that came on. I didn't even catch the first one. The second one, they had this like nosy neighbor guy who was taking pictures of them and like gonna send them to like a TMZ type thing. And I'm like, I recognize that voice, and I just realized it like snapped. I'm like, that's Lewis Black. Lewis Black is in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Nice.
It's just like, all right, well, that's kind of cool.
He doesn't show up very often, but when he does, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Lewis Black just randomly
Yeah,
thrown in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
He didn't do any rants or anything, or his fingers, but it was funny to see Lewis Black. But the cartoon's actually really cool. It really harkens back to the old cartoon. In fact, the guy who does the voice for Raphael was the voice of Donatello in the the cartoon, so that was kind of funny. Yeah. But
as long as they get Corey Feldman back to do
that would be
the
great.
voice of Donatello in the next movie, that'd be great.
They just need to have Corey, just cover Corey Feldman in green, give him a shell or a backpack.
Hey guys, I'm here. How's it going? Yeah, no, well, I'm just like you guys. What's up, man? Come on, let's go do some turtle stuff and give me pizza.
So did you catch Portlandia this weekend?
I didn't. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man,
I've missed some of the first couple. Like I did see one of the first episodes this season, but yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it.
It's just getting better and better. There was this really cool thing. I don't know if you saw that. I posted it this morning. It was a PSA about being a nerd, and it started off with like the skinny cute girl with her glasses, and she's like, I'm just basically a nerd. I play video games, and I'm just a nerd. And like this fat guy like walks away from her, and he's like, I am a nerd. I don't dress quirky. I dress like this because I have to. At the end, it was like the more you know, but it's the more you nerd. It was great. Nice. Yeah, that show is just getting better and better all the time.
So,
Portlandia is on IFC on Friday nights, by the way. If you haven't been watching it, check it out. It's fantastic. When I first started watching it, I had no idea that it was like a skit show.
Yeah.
So it's like they do the first episode, they do the big musical number, we're moving to Portland stuff, and then it goes to a different thing. I'm like, what is going on? I thought it was like a cohesive story.
Yep.
But no,
I thought that was awesome. It worked out perfectly for me to kind of get a really big feel and understanding for that show, and really have a sort of small connection that summer before Portlandia came out, I'd actually been to Portland for a couple of days, and like that place is just so cool, very hipster, just awesome. I mean, just some of the cool places that were there.
Yeah,
like literally like they have the Church of Elvis there, which is like it's literally like this thing on the side of a wall that you put quarters into or something for some kind of a thing. And it's just like it's almost like an old computer system. Like they got an old Macintosh or something that just sort of spits out words to you or something. It's crazy. Let's see.
There's Voodoo Donut.
Voodoo Donuts. Oh, that's so good too. Those, I'm telling you, you haven't lived until you've gone there for a bacon maple bar. That is awesome.
I've only had the beer.
A beer? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The Voodoo Donut maple bacon beer.
Nice. Doesn't do it justice.
No, it's not very good.
And then, one of the bars that we went to that was there was really awesome. They have a bar that's got old school video game arcade. It's an old school video arcade.
Nice.
And it's a bar too. But
yeah.
I mean, like, just everything. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, They had the old upright Ninja Turtle video game there. Anything that you could, all the old school stuff, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man,
That's really awesome.
Everything. It was pretty badass.
Back when video games were impossible.
Yep. And actually, this is a funny thing, too, because the first season, one of those, whenever they play music or something and start showing you just different pictures of Portland in between scenes or whatever, the guy who was the bouncer there, they flash a picture of him in one of them. I'm like, dude, I met that guy. That's awesome. I was like... So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool that they actually used like real
people in Portland.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the other things too, this was cool. One of the skits from the first season where I don't remember the skit very well, but it was like Fred Armisen and what's her name? They're doing something where they're sitting on the phone talking, and they just keep living their life apparently through while they're still talking on the phone.
Okay,
or something
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
The real big dude that she meets while this is all taking place. He's a comedian out in Portland, and I did an open mic out there that he hosted. And he's the coolest shit comedian. He was funny as hell too. I mean, but it was cool that they used. He's a local comedian out there too. So
that's awesome.
So they are very passionate about using a lot of the area of Portland and actually the people of Portland and everything too. So
yeah, one thing that I've noticed while watching Portlandia this season is that my absolute favorite comedian in like the world, Mark Maron, is getting his own show on IFC.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Yeah, and it looks like it's just going to be him doing his podcast,
pretty much,
living his life and stuff. And I listen to his podcast like crazy. I can't stop, and I'm real excited about that.
Yeah.
So if you're excited about it, please let us know if you like Mark Maron or not like Mark Maron or like anything else on IFC,
or if you like me.
Yes.
Call us here at 727-493-2055.
If you like Gwiggy, please give us a call. Speaking of IFC, there's a little known miniseries. I don't know if no one else know has seen it. It was called Bullet in the Face.
I've not seen it.
Oh man, and I can't. It's on Amazon on demand, but there's like no release date for it on DVD or anything. It was so good. It was like. It felt like David Lynch took over Sin City, and the head crime boss was Eddie Izzard as himself as a drug lord. It was fantastic.
What was it? Transvestite drug lord. Totally, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, he was just he was just being goofy and doing his own thing, and it was wonderful. And no one saw this. No one heard of it or anything. It was only on for 2 days, but it was like 4 episodes a day.
That's awesome.
And it was about this German hitman whose girlfriend shoots him in the face, and the cops like reconstruct his face to be this guy's partner. They reconstructed his face to look like this guy's partner who he killed. And it was so funny because the guy, the real cop guy, he's like this old gruff guy. He's like, I'm never gonna trust you. You killed my partner, blah blah. And you find out that they were a gay couple, and it's fantastic. But I do say that a lot, don't I? I say fantastic a lot. Everything it was fantastic.
And you were really overly excited about them being a gay couple.
I was. It made my night. And one last piece of news. Terminator 5 is going to happen.
Oh, that really is going to happen?
Yeah.
Nice.
At least by 2018.
Now, Schwarzenegger's going to be in it too?
He's debating on wanting to do it.
Yeah, because that's the only thing. Like, he's not in any kind of shape anywhere where he was.
No, not.
Like, he couldn't be.
Yeah, he's not a Terminator anymore.
No. I mean, I haven't seen the new movie that he did, just The Last Stand.
I wanted to go see that.
I kind of want to go see that myself too, but I can't see him coming back and being, a Terminator. Of course not, but who knows? That would be interesting. So this is going to basically, the next Terminator is going to take place after Terminator Salvation.
I don't know. There's no script for it yet. The people writing it were the people who wrote Shutter Island, and oddly enough, James Cameron's Battle Angel that's coming out. I don't know anything about that, but the only reason that they're writing it, which is it's one of the reasons that pisses me off about things, is they want to save the copyright. That's all. The only reason they're doing it.
Really?
Because if they don't do it by 2018, it reverts back to James Cameron.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. and I don't think he wants to do anything else with it
Mhm.
anymore. So I don't know.
Well,
They're trying to keep it alive. So
he didn't do the third one, did he?
no, he didn't
Yeah.
do the third one.
That's too bad. So
Yeah,
that's because
The
I
th-
mean, you can tell about it. Thinking about it now, of course, you can tell. But I mean, that second one was so good.
oh yeah, I
And
mean,
then-
the second one is one of those rare instances where the sequel was better than the original.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the original, again, like just like Alien and Aliens, there are two different movies. I mean, Terminator was a survival-ish movie, and Terminator 2 was just a flat-out action movie.
Yeah.
And again, the first movie was stark and dark, and the second movie was James Cameron blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for news. I don't really
Cool.
have much. It was a very newsless nerd. The monitor's still not working.
No, it actually. Well, it's sort of working, but it just says cable not connected now,
Yeah,
which is good.
yeah, that means it knows its cable's
That's
there.
progress.
Yeah,
See. Okay. Pay no attention to the Nolan sitting in the room. It's okay. They can't.
they
see
can't
him.
see him.
It's all good.
Now they
Now
can see
kinda
him.
Maybe see him. It's okay. That's. Pay no attention to the Nolan sitting in the room. It's fine. It's okay.
I'm really glad I'm not as anal retentive about my show as I was when I started.
Man,
But
that's,
but it's still not loose enough for meatspin.com.
what the hell is on meatspin.com?
Oh God,
Oh, is it just like guys showing their meat or something or what?
sort of. Yeah,
Meatspin.com.
it.
Have you been to this website?
I think she shot the website.
Is that what you do? You just shoot websites with a gun or with a camera? Because
It's a camera gun.
It's a camera gun that
Yeah,
works.
It's a camera that looks like a gun.
What is it? Meatwhatch.com?
Spin. I
Meat
think?
Spin.
I think that's what it is.
Let's see. Crap. I put Meat Sphinx. What the hell? There apparently is no Meat Sphinx. So
You know, I saw once if you Google what was it? Hanging meat curtains. It takes you right to a site that sells meat shower curtains.
meat shower curtains. Awesome.
It's not as
Get
dirty
done
as
showering and just got
get-
something to eat.
yeah, you get your torch out.
Breakfast is oh yeah, that's really kind of disgustingly awful. I should leave now.
Oh, once again, Meat Spin finds its way onto Nerd-O-Rama.
That happened, everybody.
Yeah, that was for all of you who know
Well, they
what I'm
couldn't
talking
see
about.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a little bit of zoom and spinning stuff.
Yes, they know what happens when you hear spin
Open
me
another
right round.
window on your computer now, and just be pleasantly surprised by the meat spin goodness that awaits you on meatspin.com. Mm-hmm.
So, I haven't really talked to you as much as just had you on the show.
Yeah, true.
You're a comedian.
I am a comedian.
You talk in comedy.
Often, yes.
You're a comedic talker.
Mm-hmm. I do it in stand-up and everything too. So
Do you?
stand-up, improv, and everything.
Stand up. All right. You have any cool stories to share about that?
What kind of cool stories
I don't
would
know.
you like?
Something fun. Something. What's your favorite story?
Favorite story? I don't even know if I have a favorite story, but I mean, I like performing at the improv at best. I mean, that's when you get a full crowd there and everything. I mean, that's just such a perfect place for comedy. You got all your stuff and everything's working right. You're just gonna have a great show right there. Just it's awesome. I think a couple of times when I did a couple of bits there, just doing they did a couple of showcase shows and Clash of the Comics and stuff like that. And regardless, I know I didn't win the show or win the contest, but which I never win any of the contests anyways. But I had a good show, so that was always great. So yeah, Actually, some of my shows, some of the shows we've done there with Got Jokes, which is the short form improv troupe that I'm with here locally. We've had a lot of great shows there too. Definitely. I mean, actually, one story I can share with you too. This is funny. We were in Gainesville.
One you can share with me.
When I can. Well, when you're just looking for an interesting show, I can share anything with you, man. It doesn't matter. But like this one show we were doing, we're in Gainesville, and every once in a while we'll do like what we call a song game where we just make up a song on the spot. They give us a beat, and for whatever reason, the song that we came up with just sort of it felt a little flat. So one of the guys, our friend Rocky, he was like, "Man, I ain't going out like that. Come on, play something else. Well, give me another topic. What are we gonna do?" And we just came up with another song. It was much better and everything too. So, but yeah, some of the other fun stuff that we've done, we have shot a couple of videos. that were cool. We actually did, and this still should be on YouTube. We did the thing called Street Cred Snuggie.
Okay.
It was awesome. And me and this other guy, Barry, basically, it starts off with me sitting there. Are you tired of sitting home alone, bored like the white person you are, or something like that? Just all of a sudden, you should try Street Cred Snuggie, and you put it on, and all of a sudden, it goes from me to my friend Barry, he was African American. It was awesome. So, and it's great.
Wow.
We did a whole little bit where I'm sitting there trying to dance and just failing miserably, and then
you put on the Street Cred Snuggie,
and Barry comes out and just starts rocking out. And actually, it was funny because we were sitting there. We had an iPod that we were using for the bit too, to kind of listen to. So we were like listening to music, dancing, and Backstreet Boys played on it.
Nice.
So in the fun, towards the end of it, the guy editing it, one of the other guys, Chuck, he actually played the song on the video. First of all, it's the actual song these guys were listening to for the shooting of the scene. So
the Street Cred Snuggie didn't have that much Street Cred music behind it.
Yeah, no. But it was a great video. That was one of the funnest videos I've done.
That's awesome. I've been wanting to do stuff like that, some like parody commercials and stuff. Actually, the one thing, the commercials don't even exist anymore. Remember the old, well, not really old. It was only a few years ago. The eHarmony ads where people are standing in a white background talking about their thing. Yeah. I always wanted to do Z Harmony.
Yeah, yeah.
Just zombies. And just like have couples standing there just
that would be awesome.
And the piano music playing in the background. It was like Z Harmony. I don't know, it's probably be done by now.
We actually did a G Harmony one. And let me see if I can find it.
And I always wanted to do a some sort of like cultist recruitment ad over the Snuggie commercial. Because the one old guy wearing the purple one, I mean, he just screams cultist, and like the family at the stands at the ball game. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah,
So,
we did like a G Harmony one,
which
was hysterical. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, while he's looking,
yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
I wanted to mention that I started playing Far Cry 3 this week.
Nice.
And I wanted to say that all other shooting games are nothing compared to this game. It's basically you take the RPG elements of Skyrim and put them on a tropical island with guns, drug dealers, and you get to play a douchebag.
Nice.
Yeah, you get to play a douchebag with all of his all of his college friends, and you get taken over, you get kidnapped by drug lords, and your brother gets shot in the face, and you go from douchebag to like survivalist in like 5 minutes. It's really cool, and the graphics are unbelievable. But
nice.
It's something really cool that I'm playing. I'm kind of burnt out on Borderlands because it's getting to where I just can't play it. It's getting so hard I can't even play it anymore because I'm a wuss. And no, I have not seen the Jeopardy Snuggie parody on YouTube. Or was it Djibouti Snuggie? Sorry, I can't read. But I'll have to check that out.
Let's see. Well, here's our Street Cred Snuggie.
We found the Street Cred Snuggie on YouTube. Everyone gets a riveted shot of us watching this.
Do we have the plug and play here?
It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Street credibility? Well, maybe you should try Street Cred Snuggie. Simply put it on, one arm through one arm, and the other through the other arm, and instantly you go from this to this.
Pretty badass, right? That's awesome.
Ever notice how when you try to dance, you have no rhythm? You can't snap your fingers.
That is how I dance.
You wish you could dance like all the other cool people in the club, getting down and crunk, jiggy with it. Well, with Street Cred Snuggie, you can have rhythm. You can break it down, get funky. I hear soul Soul Train calling.
It was an improved taste of music.
Show them what you're working with.
You have to post this on your page later.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Get into any club easily. But remember, leave your cracker card at home. You've got street cred now. In a tight spot, street cred Snuggie is easily removable.
You know why I pulled you over?
I have no idea, officer.
Wow. Good thing you're not African American, because that would have been awkward for both of us. See you later, brother.
Thank you, officer. Go right back on easily, and you're back to cruising for bitches.
I like that he's shorter than you.
But be careful. While in street cred Snuggie, you can't swim.
What you mean I can't swim? Huh? Why'd you swim on these nuts?
Street cred Snuggie. Available anywhere.
That was awesome. Yeah, definitely. I was definitely gonna post that for those who didn't get the chance to see it.
Wiggy and Barry, we're actually listening to this song while filming the damn scene. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry for that, people.
I actually got a link for the what was it, the Djibouti Snuggly.
Oh, the Djibouti Snuggly.
So let's hear this one now.
That was awesome.
Start wearing Snuggie. That's right, Snuggie. It's like a giant blanket. It's got sleeves. It's basically just a big party for everyone. Watch some TV. Comes in 3 shitty colors. And it keeps you warm no matter what you do. Your hands are free. You can do anything. Shit, let's play some Pictionary. Let's talk on the phone with Mom. Let's watch some TV. Let's read a book. Let's clean the house. Oh, fucking cool. Look at her. Have a cold meeting out in the woods. No problem. Size fits all. So you don't need to buy a whole bunch of them. And it's going to keep you warm from head to toe. That's what the Snuggie's all about. At the movies with your creepy uncle. It's always outside at those family trips. Shit, the rituals have never been so fun. It's great for college. Don't let that creepy uncle get to you. See, look at how much fun these people are having as they burn someone of a lesser race. Video games, of course, are just going to go up. Babies, they're still safe. They're still babies. Dogs are still but that creepy uncle's still trying to get their pants down. Some say $59.95. Well, don't listen to that fucking uncle of yours. I'm telling you, it's only $19.95. It's $3 Just pick one already. You get this cool fit trick light. Does all kinds of shit. Not really. Just looks cool. So you whip it out and you're like, that's right. I read. Fuck you. That's right. $50 value. Fuck you. It's free. So you get this double offer of Snuggie. That's right. Check out the.
All right, so that was given to me by a friend.
Here we go. I found a G Harmony one. If you want to take a quick look at that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to post all these just so people don't get
These are
bored.
good, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. We did a sketch show called Flatline. We just put some videos in.
It's your boy. From the real streets of Tampa, you know what I'm saying? Live and direct to you. Black T Tommy. You know what I mean?
I tried MySpace, Facebook, me. What was it? The freaking Twitter thing. You know? I tried the eHump me. Nothing. Okay? Nothing worked. G-Harmony was the only one that gave me free condoms. How freaking classy is that?
I grew up on the rougher streets of Burlington, Vermont. See, representing. I need a woman who's a little more thuggish, like me.
You know, it's been hard to find the right one for me, you know what I mean? A lot of women can't deal with the delicacies of a brother like me, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I didn't even shave. My Andre's word, no, not to mess with me on these sort of days, but I'm going rough like this.
So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go out and search every day, man, for a different hoe? Excuse me, that's a bitch. To be mine?
How am I supposed to meet a guy? I can't meet him at a club. All they want to do is ooh, 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 ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it Black Tea Tommy. Black Tea Tommy go in. Hell, I can wear any color. I can wear any color any day, but I'm still Black Tea Tommy. I can wear white. I'ma still take that black marker. I'ma write black tea across the top of that shit. You know what I mean? The purpose of going on the date. That's why I'm here with G Harmony. 7 points of love gangster. 7 points.
I have to keep my hip hands strong, both of them. So I purchased a exercise machine for my hands. They were on sale at Target. You can get them. Keep those hands strong. You smack up.
People need to be killed. You know, banks need to be robbed. Cars need to be stolen. Little children need candy stolen from them. You know what I mean? I need to go out and lower people's self-esteem. You know? So I need to find love quick. That's why I fucks with G Harmony.
That way you can hit them on both sides.
Thank you, G Harmony.
What I like about G Harmony is I can be myself. Matter of fact, I don't need all these disguises. This is the real me. This is the real me. You know what I mean? I can show my true self. You know what I'm saying? I can show who I really am inside, bro. Bitches. G Harmony. I'm in love.
Bitches. Harmony.com. Sorry, I didn't mean to capitalize the whole show by just showing us.
No,
us seeing as videos that you're not seeing at home, but
that's fine. With the technical problems we've been having all day, I am just so fried. I'm just like, I still have to do my show. Something's gonna happen. I'm just gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wanted to get into the meat of the show.
Definitely, yeah.
Ooh, yes.
This should be interesting. You go ahead and set this up. That makes more sense.
Last week we talked about the first 2 Alien movies. The series being my favorite sci-fi franchise, and the people who really know me know how incredibly insane I am about it. I'm wearing the Wayland Yutani shirt, of course. And this week I wanted to get into the last 2 of the Alien franchise, not counting the AVP movies because well, I don't consider them part of the franchise. Yeah. I mean, they're fun, but they're not they don't make canon, sense. Really. They're not really canon.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to get into Alien 3.
Really, the AVP movies are kind of like they just sort of mix toys.
Yeah, it was. Well, I mean,
we have a toy over here. Let's put it with this toy, and all right, go at it.
Well, actually, back in 1992, 92 or 93, they released the Alien vs Predator comic book from Dark Horse, and it was amazing. It was one of the flagship things to start Dark Horse's big boom back into comics. That and the Star Wars Dark Empire.
Yeah,
but everyone and originally, I'm just gonna go into this now. Originally, they wanted to make the AVP movie, the first AVP movie, way back in the late 90s, like 96 and 97. I actually found a script for it online, and it was based off of the comic book. And 20th Century Fox is like, no, we're never gonna make this movie. We don't want to ruin the 2 franchises with we don't want to ruin the comic book story with what we can do, what we we're limited to with the movie and stuff. So they never made it. And then Paul D.B.S. Anderson made his AVP. I don't want to say abortion because it was fun. It was a fun movie, but it just was not good. And he hasn't made a good movie since Event Horizon. So I mean, Resident Evil. Well, the first Resident Evil was pretty good, but the rest were just garbage. But I don't know. But I want to get on Alien 3, and this is funny because you've never seen these movies.
Never seen them, which is too bad. But I remember the curve when I was just growing up and everything like that. Give me like a quick overview of the first 2 so I can kind of catch up a little bit.
All right.
I know the third one, actually I was talking to Buddha earlier, I know the third one, Sigourney Weaver's character, she's in a prison.
Right.
She's the only female in a male prison.
Right.
Shaved head and everything like that. And there's one alien that's loose in this prison, basically.
Right.
Okay. So what are the first 2 here? The first one, it looked like it was just they're on a ship in the middle of nowhere, and an alien pops out of somebody's stomach, and everybody dies.
Yeah, the first. that's pretty
accurate.
They're basically truckers in space, which is what made it cool. They 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 found this distress signal. The ship woke them up. They went down to check it out, and they found this derelict ship that had all these eggs in there. John Hurt got too close to the egg. It clamped the face hugger clamped onto his face. They brought him back in the ship. It stayed on him for a while. It stayed in him for a while. Well, it did. It impregnated him.
Nice.
And his chest gave birth to an alien. And it was just one alien in this confined spaceship, it's what made it scary, because what was cool. I'll just go into a little bit of it. What was cool is they built the set of the ship complete. There was no breakaway walls or anything. If you were in one room and you had to get out, you actually had to go to like the ship exit to get out. I mean, you had to actually navigate the ship to get through. I mean, that's how they shot the shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they shot the movie. So I mean, it really added to the claustrophobic of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what was I mean, it's still considered one of the I think Entertainment Weekly's #2 most terrifying movie.
Wow.
Yeah. It made Bravo's #2 scariest moment with the chest bursting scene. Fast forward to the second one, 57 years later, Sigourney Weaver gets away from the first one. She goes into hypersleep. Basically, it's more suspended animation, so she didn't age. She wakes up 57 years later by I don't want to say scavengers. What am I saying? Salvagers.
Okay.
They find her escape pod, and she finds out that the planet that had the alien eggs has a colony on it, and they've been like mass producing atmosphere regulators. So these planets that are unlivable are now livable, and as soon as she wakes up, they find out that they lost contact with the colony, so they call in the Marines, the Space Marines. This is the James Cameron version, so it's very action packed.
Nice.
The first one went from like a haunted house, scary survival horror.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is just a full out war movie. Is basically what it is, and it's really cool. It's really action packed. It's actually my second favorite. I really want to say it's my first favorite, but I don't know. Did I say the first favorite last? I don't remember. The first two are just I can't. I'll go back and forth with it.
Okay.
Oh no. The second one was the first one I saw. My mom took me to see it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. She did that. She took me to see Poltergeist. It was just like, I was 4 or 5 years old and watching these movies. She's like, I needed someone to go with. I'm like, that's cool. And it kind of made me grow into
it. Did he scare you as a kid or no?
Oh yeah, it scared the crap out of me. Yeah. I still can't watch the face ripping scene. That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
It's not working.
Works in there.
Yeah, it's not working for us.
That's awesome. But all right, okay. So now,
so some progress is being made.
That's good. Yeah. So now we get to Aliens 3.
Yes, Alien 3,
and she's trapped in a prison.
Right. The ship that they were on. There were 3 survivors from Aliens. It was Sigourney Weaver, Newt, the little girl, and Hicks, one of the good guy soldier, played by Michael Biehn, who always plays a soldier.
Nice.
Especially in James Cameron movies. He was in 3 James Cameron movies as a soldier, in Terminator, in Aliens, and in The Abyss.
Nice.
But they all die except for Sigourney Weaver. And she gets all paranoid, and she has to check Newt's body to see if the chest burster was inside of her, and they make him do an autopsy and stuff, and nothing happens. But you find out that there was a face hugger on board, and it got on one of the dogs that was on the prison planet. The whole planet's a prison.
Okay.
It's a brilliant idea. It's I consider it one of the most underrated sci-fi films. Especially, I'm gonna go into its history in a bit, but that's the main reason why I think it's such an underrated movie. Still a quick breakdown. She finds that, and the alien takes on the traits of whatever its host is.
Okay.
So it bursts out of this dog, and it's really nimble. It's really agile. Runs on all 4 legs. They did this really cool camera trick where they did it like through the walls and stuff, and like did it upside down, like it was a POV of the alien and stuff. But
nice.
What was interesting about this one was that it was a whole prison planet, and it was a maximum security prison, but it was on a planet, so they can't really get away from it. So there's no weapons at all, and so they have no way to fight this thing. They end up having to the pour molten metal on it, and then like pouring water on it to get it explode and stuff. But hey, we have we have visual.
We have picture now. This is cool.
It only took us
half the show,
all day and half the show.
Oh yeah, all day too. But okay.
I gotta get reamed out for what I didn't do right. Apparently the connector stinks.
They're on fire or whatever.
They're probably burnt out. That sucks. Well, anyway, it ends up being that.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
They
they
actual
smell
fried.
Yeah, smell them, dude.
Oh wow. Oh, it smells like an old projector. Hey, so it wasn't my fault. Things are fucked up here. It was the fried thing. Actually, Buddha was right that the new computers fried everything out. So anyway, she finds Sigourney Weaver finds out that she has a queen inside of her, and it's
Wow.
ready to burst. So she decides that she's going to jump off a girder into a thing of hot molten metal and kill herself while the alien's coming out. So I guess I'm back to having control again.
Nice.
Yes.
It's okay. So what do most people say about this particular movie? They
everyone
say
hates it.
Everyone hates it.
Oh,
Absolutely?
they say it. They say it sucked. It said it was the worst. They said it was the worst one. Now I want to go into this. When Alien 3 came out, in fact, I think I even have the teaser trailer on here to. Of course, I need to get to it. When the first teaser for the movie came out, everything's all. Let's see. Okay, here we go. They didn't even know what the story was going to be. And 20th Century Fox decided that they wanted to make a sequel to Aliens, and they gave it a release date of summer of 1991. I think that's what the original release date was, and they had no script, they had no story, they had no actors, they had no. They just had a release date and a name. They were going to call it Alien 3.
Because that's always a good idea. Just have a release date. Don't worry about things like shooting and having people or anything.
And knowing a little bit about the story, you'll see why they had no idea what they were doing when I play this teaser.
Okay.
Discovered in space, no one can hear you scream. In 1992, we will discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
So yeah, on Earth. See, I have control now, motherfucker.
Wow. I can see how you're like
on Earth. No one can hear you scream. That was the thing. They're like, all right, well, we're gonna have the movie on Earth now. I'm like, that's really cool. And I remember seeing that trailer when I was like 11 or 12 or 13. I don't remember. It was 92, so I was 12. Yeah, so that's it. Do the math, people.
Nice.
And yes. And I was really excited about it because I was, it's the third Alien movie. I'm reading all these comic books. Dark Horse put out all these comics that were all Alien stuff, and I had the Aliens toys, and I was ready to see this third movie, and it came at, well, I'll keep going into it. Yeah, on Earth, everyone can hear you scream. That was going to be the tagline,
Mhm.
and I was very excited because I was reading Aliens Earth War. And I'm like, this
Oh,
is really
neat.
cool. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be on Earth. It's going to be great. People are going to die. And originally the script revolved around Ripley, Newt, and Hicks coming back to Earth and like becoming basically a family. I mean, they
Okay.
kind of hinted to it in the second movie. And that's what kind of really pissed off Michael Biehn when he found out that his character wasn't even alive in the third movie.
Oh wow!
In fact, they made like a full body cast of his like body exploding, and he actually threatened to sue for likeness rights.
Wow!
And so they decided not even to use that. They just used a picture of him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Man, that's awful.
Yeah, but originally they decided that they were going to do it on Earth, and then they talked about then they got this screenwriter who really brought up this really great idea, which I really wish it would have happened because it would have been cool. They called it the Wooden Planet. It was like this wooden monastery, and it was. I mean, people are like, "Oh, a wooden planet. That doesn't make sense. How does that happen?" It was basically a Death Star covered in wood without a laser.
Nice.
It was a monastery who it was this group of people who just wanted to give up technology. They wanted to live in their own world. Basically, they're separating themselves from the technology. I mean, they had enough technology to keep the world going, and it was just in the core. They didn't pay attention and stuff. And basically, Ripley's ship crash lands on them and on their little planet, and the alien gets loose. And with them being monks and stuff, being religious, they think they think the alien is the devil, and that she brought it there to things are happening. That she brought it there to terrorize them all or judge them or whatever. I don't know. The script never got like fully finished, even though this was the right script. And I can't read tiny writing, so. Oh, that was it. The two monitors on that one too.
I was typing it so you could just type me back when Wiggy went on some kind of spiel or something.
I didn't have much of a spiel to go on at this point because I'm not very spiel. Yeah, I don't have much of a working knowledge of Alien.
Are you going in another hour or just?
I have control now, so you don't even have to pay attention.
Okay, yeah. Did you need anything else or?
No.
Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No problem.
Yes, our technical issues have been fixed, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
amazingly enough, most of the technical issues just had to deal with our end.
Yeah, indeed.
It doesn't affect you guys at home. It just affects this here, so we apologize.
No, I almost had to do the show inside the control room. But
that would have been fun too.
Where was I? I was at the Wooden Planet.
The Wooden Planet, yeah.
Yeah. We might even get to Alien Resurrection here.
Too.
Yeah.
We'll get to Alien Resurrection, so I'm going to ask about that too. I want to know something.
Okay, yeah, and so they were okay with this. They were okay with this with Fox, and they went ahead and green-lighted it, and they started building the sets. They had these like fantastically gigantic wooden sets. They had a director, and they were beginning casting. They were beginning shooting. Sigourney Weaver really liked the script. The only thing that she wanted, and this is harkening back to the argument I had last week that my buddy said that she had too much say in it, was there were two things that she wanted. She wanted not to use weapons, and she wanted to die, and that happened.
Yeah.
And they put that in the script. It was a really cool. Her original death was really cool. That they had these like wheat fields on top. They like had their fake atmosphere and stuff, and so they could farm and stuff. And she decided that she was going to walk into a burning wheat field, and that was how she was going to kill herself. And I thought that would have been a cooler shot than her falling. Although her falling was really cool. It kind of had that the redemption thing in it. But James Cameron almost sued over that too, because it was too close to the ending of Terminator 2. Yeah, but they saw what they were doing, and all of a sudden Fox decided that they didn't like what was going on. and they wanted the screenwriter to rewrite the script. They wanted the director to start a new version of this movie, and they both left.
Wow.
Yeah, and Fox still wanted the release date. They still wanted what they wanted. So they hired David Fincher. Basically, they said, we have some sets, we have a cast, we have a release date, we don't have a script. Go.
Yeah.
Nice. And this was his first movie, by the way. This was
wow.
before he became David Fincher.
Mhm.
He was only done
Before that, he was like Joe.
Yeah,
Johnson.
he was Mark Rothenberg Stein.
I was going to say
Ville.
Mark Ruffalo. What the hell?
Yes. But no, he only had done music videos and stuff.
Okay.
And so it was like his first foray into making a movie, and what a crash course into making movies it was. So they had a guy help him out with remaking the idea of turning it into a prison planet. And in fact, let me go back. Fox originally didn't hire David Fincher. They hired Rennie Harlan to do it. He wanted him to do it, and he said no because he was working on Die Hard 2.
Okay.
Which I'm glad, because it's my favorite of the Die Hard movies.
Really?
Yeah. And so this is why I think the movie's underrated. It had no script. It just had people's input and really good actors. Really good actors. It had Charles S. Dutton in it. A bunch of British guys. I can't remember their names at all.
You got a bunch of British guys. It's a great movie. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I mean, it was.
Look at that Downton Abbey. That's all British people. Everybody can't get enough.
That's
just
right.
Downton Abbey, this and that, bam. And the aliens on that show are probably amazing.
Oh, they're so sophisticated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Downton Abbey.
They know how to take their tea. But it was the bad guy from what was that Schwarzenegger? Last Action Hero.
Oh,
the guy with the eye.
Yeah.
It also had the guy who played the Doctor in Event Horizon. I can't remember any of these names. If you remember these names, please let us know.
Call us here with names 727-493-2055.
But the cinematographer was the same cinematographer that Ridley Scott had used for the first Alien and Blade Runner, and unfortunately he didn't finish the movie because he had Parkinson's, and he got too sick where he couldn't get to the places that he wanted to get, and it's really unfortunate because he has a fantastic eye for film. And I don't know where I'm going with this. Facts. There are some facts. I have pretty much talked about most of them. They didn't have the budget that they needed. They didn't have the effects that they wanted. They used a lot of matte paintings, which I love the use of matte paintings and miniatures over CGI any day. Practical effects are great. The blood, they use so much blood. I'm a big blood fan. Not much of a Crip fan. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of head shakes for that one. They did bring H.R. Giger back to design the new Alien, and that was another unfortunate story. He designed this one alien. He designed this alien to look more puma-like, very very feral looking. I mean, it came out of a dog, and they understood this. But what was cool was as I was watching this 12-hour documentary on the series, the guys who did it, Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis, were the creature designers, and they have been since the second Alien movie. And they worked their asses off trying to make this alien give the look and feel that the original Giger alien design had. And there was a loss of communication. Giger invited them out to Switzerland to see. He made this like life-size maquette, just sculpted it just to show them what he wanted them to to model it after, and they couldn't come.
Mhm.
And he took it as an insult, and he stopped talking to Fox and stuff, and it was really sad because they designed this thing to impress him, and just because they couldn't come out to Switzerland, he took it as a bad sign. So that kind of sucks. But that's Alien 3. Really underrated movie. It's actually, well, it goes in succession. I guess it's my third favorite movie of the quadrilogy or saga, if you will.
Yeah.
So, wow, this isn't as exciting as I had it planned out to be. Let's get into.
When people talk about it, that's the biggest thing that they think it was a terrible movie because it didn't go to Earth, and then it just.
Well, they thought it was a terrible movie because it just wasn't put together well.
Wasn't put together well.
Yeah,
okay.
they said it was boring.
Okay.
And you go from hundreds of aliens and aliens, and then back to the one in Alien 3, and it was a real personal story. It was a personal story about Ripley. Just having her new family just ripped away from her, and finding out that she has to die. I mean, she has to die to save everything, and she wanted that. She didn't want to do another Alien movie, and all of a sudden, back in '97, Fox decided that they wanted to do a new Alien movie. So they started writing what now has become Alien Resurrection, which I know people who think this is the worst movie, and I think it's really good, actually. Written by the one and only Joss Whedon. Yes, nice. He wrote at least the first draft, and directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who did the movies Delicatessen and City of Lost Children with Ron Perlman, who's also in Alien Resurrection, and he's never. This is his first American film. This is his first kind of actiony film, and I think it went off really well. You could see the stuff that they took out of Joss Whedon's script. They called the crew down. It was a crew of basically mercenaries, space pirate mercenaries. And you can actually see that the script that he wrote for Alien Resurrection ultimately turned out to turn into Firefly and Serenity. I mean, it's the same. It's almost the same amount. It's almost the same group of people on a small ship doing illegal things. But they have this cargo that they need to deliver to the military. This is, I believe, 30 years later. I'm not really sure.
I think Buddha said it was like 57 years later, something like that, or maybe that was just what I heard. You just said that earlier when she was in the
57.
Oh wait, maybe it was even further than that.
It might have been.
It might have been a lot further than 30.
Yeah,
years or so. I think it was like ridiculous amounts of time.
Yeah, I had it on when I was looking it up on IMDb. They have a timeline on there, but they end up cloning her.
Yeah,
Sigourney Weaver. They clone her like 100 times trying to get it right, all because they want the alien queen. The company, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, wants these aliens. That's like their whole. That was like the whole underlying backstory of all 4 movies. And the first one, the reason the ship stops at the planet is because the company finds out about it and they want to bring it back and study it. The second one, Paul Reiser's on there in the movie because he's this backhanded corporate douchebag. It's actually one of my favorite roles he's ever done because he's not Paul Reiser. Nice. He's actually a terrifying villain because he's just so heartless. Kind of like Philip Seymour Hoffman in the third Mission Impossible. He was just evil in that movie.
Nice, yeah.
The third one, the company comes looking for Ripley to bring her back when they find out that she has one inside of her, and that's why she kills herself. And the fourth one, they clone her to get it out of her, and they do get it out of her, and because it was a clone and because it was like the 16th clone or whatever it was. She has alien DNA inside of her. She's like part alien, and it makes it really cool because it's not the same Ripley character. I mean, from the very beginning, it's not the same Ripley. She's like just motions, and she's looking around and stuff, and she's coming into her new body and her new life, and she's very primal, and she has like higher reflexes and stuff. In fact, she does this one. This one scene where she's playing basketball, and she turns around and throws the ball, and it goes into the basket, and without even looking. And she actually made that shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't digitally made, and it was her first time. It was her first try. She just
That's awesome.
And and people still don't believe it because it goes out of frame for a second.
Yeah.
But she's actually said that no, I made that shot. It's my crowning achievement. No, not working girl, not anything that she did that got critical acclaim. It was her basketball shot that she made,
Nice.
and it had it had most of the cast from City of Lost Children. It had the little dwarf guy who's in a wheelchair, and it had Ron Perlman, and it had not Sigourney Weaver. It had Sigourney Weaver. In it. But Winona Ryder, she was the android.
Nice.
Call. And funny thing about Winona Ryder, I was watching this interview, and this interview happened way before her little shopping spree.
Oh yeah.
And she claims, she probably is. She said she's a huge Alien fan, and without even seeing the script or even seeing the role, she's like, "Yes, I want to be in this movie." It was like,
oh, no
they
way.
just like came to ask her, and she's like, "Yes, I'll do it." But on the interview, it was just a quick little thing that she was saying. She's like, "Yeah, I love being here so much. Whenever I'm here, I'll take something from the set when I'm leaving." Like, wow,
Nice.
it's just foreshadowing what's happening.
So we missed all the signs, is what you're trying to say.
That's right.
Everyone was so shocked when she got caught shoplifting.
But she
you should have
always
read the
steals
signs.
things. That's right.
Yes.
Only if you're
Yeah.
only if she's a big fan of something.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess she didn't steal anything from like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. So, just by the way, too, it said it was 200 years after the conclusion of Alien 3.
Wow. Okay. So 30 years was way off.
Yeah.
But, and it makes sense too because it was a big change in setting and stuff. And I don't know. I like the aliens in this one. They were intelligent. Well, they were more intelligent because they were kept in captivity. Brad Dourif was in it, and he tortures them and teaches them to learn, teaches them to fear, and at the same time they get them back. I mean, you can't keep something like that in captivity, and not. I mean, especially with acid for blood.
Yeah,
and that's how they escape. But the big thing everyone has a problem with was the newborn alien hybrid creature. Because the Queen was created by cloning Sigourney Weaver, and she had Queen DNA. The Queen also had human DNA. So instead of laying eggs, this Queen gave birth like a mammal. And she gave birth to this hideous-looking creature, this hideous green thing that everyone had a problem with. Everyone, and when they watch it, they're like, "Oh well, this is where Joss Whedon's script gets raped and taken over by this crazy Frenchman." And Joss Whedon's like, "No, I wrote that. I wrote that,
Too
and
awesome.
yeah, he said, I don't know why people say, they took my script and changed it so much. He's like, it's basically the same thing, except for the very ending. At the very ending, they had them fight this thing on Earth instead of on the ship.
Yeah.
But this thing is just so awful. I mean, it shouldn't have been in the movie. It's that bad. It's just this big. It doesn't have a nose. I mean, it's like it's got this weird jutting stomach. In fact, the actual original model had this gigantic red wang coming out of it, and they had to digitally remove it. It was actually shot. I mean, they actually shot it with that on it, and they're like, nope, crazy French guy is not going to have that in there, and I think I don't know. I just think the movie it was shot well. The whoever did the cinematography did a great job with the colors and stuff. It was cool to see. It was cool to see a European take on the Alien movie. European because Ridley Scott wasn't European.
Yeah.
But there was this cool underwater scene where they had to swim through like the kitchen and galley, and it was all underwater, and it was so big. It was the biggest underwater tank that they used for filming, and they still used it. Nobody got injured or anything. But Winona Ryder actually, you saw Mr. Deeds, right?
Yes.
So what I think is funny because Winona Ryder actually almost did drown as a child.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in a I think it was on thin ice too.
And it was while she was faking being a newspaper reporter or trying to sleep with
yes, as a child.
A billionaire.
Yes.
Whatever. It's awesome.
But she
those crazy kids. And
she did her water stunts.
Nice.
Which is different than water sports.
Very true.
Yes.
Yeah. You score more points in water sports.
That's true. The horses die faster though.
They do.
But that's it for Alien Restitution.
That's it for the Alien Restitution.
Wow. I really wanted to be more excited about this tonight, but
it's sort of a letdown here. We're really sorry about that, folks.
I'm burnt out trying to fix the computer.
Yeah, all right.
But
now I'm gonna have to go and watch all these too, and then I'll come back and after I saw all 4 of them, we'll do a review and I'll say what I thought about all of them and stuff like that.
That sounds like a great idea.
Since you're like a more well skilled or versed person on all these and I'm an avid movie watcher anyways too, so.
Oh, you only watch movies that were edited on Avid?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I mean I'm just a No, but
okay.
But I watch a lot of movies anyway, so I'm just like
And a quick note on the Aliens vs Predator movies. They're not that bad. They're a good fun time. The first one was pretty awful though.
Yeah.
Story-wise. The second one was amazing in its gore and its break of stereotypes. I'm gonna go into this real quick. I went to see it on Christmas Day with my friends because it came out Christmas Day. I'm like, this is great. And it was just like me and my friends, and like there was this old guy sitting in front of us. This old guy. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing there.
And some in the middle of the movie, the screen shot him, right?
Yeah, it was weird.
He was just dead.
Yeah, he just died. No, the very beginning opens up with this father and son hunting deer or whatever. They're hunting something, and this is great. This is great. They find rustling in the woods. They're getting ready to shoot it, and this face hugger just leaps onto the kid's face, and he like flies backwards. And me and my friends just like stand up and cheer as loud as we can, and the old guy in front just stands up and walks out. I'm like, why were you even here? But what makes this movie great is I was with my buddy Troy, and he was talking earlier. It was ironic too. He was talking earlier about how he hates action movies because they throw a love interest in there like all the time. And this one had a love interest. It had a teenager who was falling in love with this girl. He was a pizza delivery guy, and she didn't notice him, and blah blah blah. And he ends up saving her and stuff. And there's just one scene, they're just running down the hall, and she dies for no reason. And he's like,
"Damn it!
I love this movie." Yes, I ruined it for you. But
it's okay. The Alien vs. Predator. I saw the first one. And it was bad, and I don't think I saw the second one simply because of that reason. So
the second one was so much better.
That's
well,
cool.
It wasn't better; it was just more fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't take place in Antarctica.
Yeah.
So it was just a small town. It was like what Alien 3 should have been. But that's about it.
Cool.
I got through my little Alien spiel, the saga. I was gonna play the toy commercial for Aliens, but I'm not gonna now.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. So
I want to see it though.
You want to see it?
I want to see it now. You can't just build up a toy commercial like that and say I'm not gonna now.
All right. So
I want to see this.
All right. I'm gonna show the toy commercial for the Aliens figures from 1993. So here's this.
Aliens! Yo, Hicks! Something big is in the air!
It's the alien flying queen! And her gruesome gorillas! Send in the ultimate space marine, Atax, disguised in his big, bad bug suit!
He sneaks in and takes him out!
But the flying queen unmasks him! Send in Hicks and the heavily armored evac fighter!
Send in the Marines!
Blast them!
Yeah!
And bottle them! And it's bye-bye bug, each sold separately!
Aliens!
That's awesome.
No, what's funny is I actually own that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I kind of have a alien shrine in my place.
Very nice.
Maybe I should talk. Maybe next week I should talk about Prometheus, since that was
That'd be cool.
the
Yeah,
prequel.
yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to. I just wanted
Maybe
to get
I'll
that
try to
off.
watch that sometime this week if I can get a hold of a copy or something like that. And
Really? Do you have a Blu-ray player?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think mine came with a DVD copy. If it does, you could borrow
Alright,
it.
man, that'd be cool.
So that's it for today's episode, for this week's episode. I wish it would have been more structured, but
Yeah.
I'm too tired to make it structured. And I want to thank you, Gwiggy, for filling in. For
Anytime. Mhm.
Anytime, he says.
Anytime.
All right.
Usually, well, this time of day on a Sunday, I'm usually not doing anything, so it works out perfectly. So
You're
that way,
definitely not watching the Alien movies.
I'm definitely not watching the Alien movies right now. I mean, even if sometimes when I have to work on a Sunday, I can make it in here by now.
That's
so,
awesome.
Which is cool. So
Yeah. Yeah, normally we talk more about more nerd stuff than
we
just a
did
couple
some
of
pretty
things.
nerdy stuff today. I
We
think it
did.
wasn't terribly bad. I mean,
did,
we talked.
Let us know about
some of
any
my own nerd
idea
stuff that I said. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Let us-
the only good nerd thing I can say that I've pulled off this week is I saw this. I finally finished watching the second season of Sherlock, which was
that
amazing.
Show is amazing.
Awesome.
It is.
I mean,
I haven't finished the second season yet.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I would say something about it, but then since you haven't seen it, no.
Hour and a half episodes are a commitment.
I know.
So-
But yeah, they're so worth it though.
Yeah, I have to finish it because they're just about to start shooting season 3.
Oh, good.
I found that out that Martin Freeman was talking about it when they talked about The Hobbit and
Nice.
stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, we're starting."
If they are
season
starting
3.
season 3, then that's going to be outstanding because
Yes.
the end of season 2.
Of course, if they start season 3, I know the stories because that's why I'm excited about finishing season 2 because they're actual Sherlock stories.
Yeah,
and
these were so well done. Like,
yeah,
just ridiculous. I
the
mean,
Baskervilles one was amazingly
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, the third episode too was just outstanding. How deep and intricate it gets. Stephen Moffat is just fantastic on what he's doing with this series.
Yeah, I mean, you think something something other than Doctor Who is just not going to be as good, and he's running away with everything he does.
It's just sick, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like honestly, the first time I saw the first Sherlock, I was like, I would love to see Benedict Cumberbatch come back as like maybe the 12th Doctor at some point. That would be awesome. I mean,
apparently he's all villain roles though.
It's crazy, but you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see. I mean, I could just see him coming back as a Doctor.
Yeah,
he would be very dark.
Yeah, he would be the
crazy.
dark. He'd be the brooding Doctor.
I mean, because kind of what's his name? Eccleston was kind of a dark one.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little bit.
he was.
And so was the guy shortly after.
After Baker.
Not after Baker. The guy after the blonde guy. I don't remember what his name was. I don't think his name was Baker. What was his name? Tom? No.
No, Tom Baker was the goofy one.
Tom Baker was the guy with the hat and the long
the scarf. Yeah,
the most iconic scarf of all time. And would you like a jelly baby?
Yes.
All that sort of stuff. But then, I can't remember his name either. But
I'm not.
But he was the Sixth Doctor.
Okay,
basically,
yeah.
he was
I know,
more of a dark.
I know the
Doctor
face
as well.
Yeah,
because when he came back, he first of all he was a little disoriented when he first
regenerated. Yeah.
And he actually almost tried to kill his companion too.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that's neither.
But yeah, I've been trying to get everyone I know to watch Sherlock because if you like Doctor Who, you're gonna love Sherlock. I mean, it's not the same show. I mean, it's absolutely not the same show,
And
but it's Stephen Moffat. I mean, there you go.
It definitely. I mean, if you've seen the new Elementary, I mean, it's just the two don't compare at all.
No.
I mean, Elementary is just like worlds behind.
Well, it's also
Sherlock.
canceled.
Oh, it has been canceled.
Yeah, it was canceled. Yeah.
Good. I mean, no offense. I mean, I kind of got into this last episode when they sort of started.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't like bad.
It wasn't terrible, but it was just it was somewhat underwhelming, and it was like all of a sudden, like this past episode, I saw the one they did recently where they were finally introducing Moriarty.
Yeah.
And it really, like the guy who they sort of brought out as and they called him M in the beginning wasn't actually Moriarty. And it's just like, it's going to be this long drawn out thing, kind of like The Mentalist in a sense, where we've probably still not actually seen Red John.
Yeah.
And Patrick Jane still hasn't actually met him at all, even come face to face with him. Even the one that he killed, the guy who said he was Red John, wasn't really Red John. He was just another one of his minions being Red John. But that's a great show. I mean, we already have a show like that.
Yeah.
Even on that network. So it's not going to happen where you know.
Yeah, I didn't
have this long drawn out thing for Moriarty to finally just show up, and all of a sudden we finally see this guy.
Yeah, I didn't watch Elementary. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I heard it's less like Sherlock Holmes and more like House.
Yeah.
And I think House was a better retake on Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
So,
well, the other thing about it too is they made Sherlock Holmes basically like a recovering alcoholic,
right?
In this one, and it's just, I mean, he's in New York, and he's
Yeah.
you know, it's just there's too many holes in it to where it's a neat reboot, but it's just not.
Yeah.
You know, they tried to go too far. I mean, the big, you know, cute little quirk about it is that Watson is a woman.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, the two of them work really well off of each other. So they have a pretty decent chemistry, but at the same time, the story's just not there. A lot of the, like, usually a lot of the twists towards the end, it's just a little underwhelming.
Yeah. And another cool thing I love about Sherlock is even the supporting cast is just amazing.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Mycroft, the guy the guy who plays Moriarty, I
Mhm.
mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really dug the girl who played Irene Adler. That was fantastic, that episode.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's funny that Martin Freeman and both Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch are in The Hobbit, where they're not even acting together, but they do interact. Well, they will interact because he's the voice of Smaug. But yeah, I mean, Cumberbatch is just taking off. He's in The Hobbit. He's the bad guy in the new Star Trek. He's gonna be the new Bond villain.
Oh yeah. The next one. That's cool.
So I mean,
that's cool. Did you see Skyfall?
I did not. I missed it.
It was quite good, actually.
Yeah, I heard it was. Everyone says it's the best Bond film, and
yeah, I can see that.
I'm not a big Bond fan.
Like
I wasn't until Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
And then I started going back and watching some of them.
See, I was more of a Pierce Brosnan fan.
Really?
In a sense. But really only and with his, really the fourth movie is my favorite out of that one.
Okay.
Too. But as far as Pierce Brosnan era. But and Daniel Craig seems to me just that they're trying to go a little darker with this one, with him, and it almost seems like they're trying to start from the beginning with him at the same time.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, because it's today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but at the same time, they're starting to find their groove with it. And this was just a really excellent Bond flick. And the guy who was the bad guy, I can't remember his name. What's his name? The guy who won the Oscar for
yeah.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, he was fantastic as a villain.
I would if I wasn't brain fried.
Yeah.
All I can think of is sugar.
Yeah. Yeah. So those things came out really good. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we kind of went off on that too.
That's okay. I mean, this is just these are things I'm excited to see. I mean, I'm excited to see a third season of Sherlock. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
happens. I mean,
definitely check out Sherlock if you're a Doctor Who fan, or if you're not a Doctor Who fan, if you just like good TV, check out Sherlock on BBC America. It's also on Netflix. So yeah, check it out.
That's where I saw it was Netflix. So it was why.
I was excited to see that they finally put the old seasons of Doctor Who on Netflix now too.
Yeah,
with stuff
that's also on my list of things to check out.
I tried watching them when I was a kid, and they bored the hell out of me. I'd watch them because they were on right after Red Dwarf, and I'm like, all right, I'll see what all these old people were talking about, why it's so good. I'm like, these are terrible. There's some black and white.
Some of them are a little just long. It was like I saw
the Baker stuff is really good.
Yeah.
Baker stuff is just awesome.
Yeah, I saw the I think the one I saw with him was when the Daleks came out first.
Yeah.
And it was an excellent episode because it was funny because I'm amazed it was just awesome coincidence that I happened to have seen that one where it was the birth of the Daleks or whatever, and saw what's his name, the creator of the dialects. What's his name?
Oh God.
Oh man, I'm brain fried now
Yeah.
too. I want to say
Saruman.
No, not Saruman. Davros.
Davros. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, bam! In the season finale of
Yep. They bring him back.
5. It was just wow, just outstanding.
That's what
it was the same voice, everything, same look. It was like, damn. I mean, I don't know who.
That's what's cool about Moffat. He takes the old stuff. Like he brought back K-9, he brought back Sarah Jane, and it was like, wow, this is really cool. It brought back the Master.
Well, it was Russell T Davies though, really.
Well, yeah.
He's still producing wise, and stuff like that. So I know Moffat was still writing for him at the time, though.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. K-9 was the first series. It was the first season, wasn't it?
There was a Tennant season, so yeah, it was still Russell T Davies.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. That was.
Oh yeah,
he was still with Rose at that point.
Yeah,
so that was season 2.
That was the one with Anthony Stewart Head as the schoolmaster.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was another cool thing I love about that show is they get really cool actors to be bad guys, like the one with Simon Pegg as the news guy, and So Doctor Who, check it out. And if you already have checked it out and you haven't watched my Doctor Who episode way back there, it's still on the Nerd-O-Rama channel. So
nice.
Nerd-O-Rama
I'll
FL
have to actually go back and check that out too,
on YouTube.
myself.
We had a good time on that one. My friend Seth was here, and he's
we have a phone call.
Oh my God, we have a phone call.
We do.
I can't answer it. All right, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, am I caller number 10?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you win a free used condom.
I already have one.
Well, don't worry. This one was used by me, so it's worth more.
That's right.
Who are you?
I am Gwiggy.
What's a Gwiggy? Tell me.
I haven't figured that out yet, but still, it's worth an extra $1.
What up, bitches?
Not much, brother.
What's going on?
So tell me, what did I miss on the Alien 3?
Oh, just rewatch it, damn it.
Dude, I can't even understand what you're saying. Are you high? Are you high already?
Well, kind of, but I was using a stupid speakerphone, but I guess it doesn't work when it's on a pinball glass.
Yeah, that's not as good, no.
Fucking echo of the glass in the garage, just whatever.
Nice, brother.
So what? You want to
kinda
make
went
fun of
through-
me for liking Alien 3 now?
For what?
For liking Alien 3?
No, Alien 3 was three times the worst.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the stuff I have to put up with.
Yeah. That was on the posters too, is what he said. Yeah, I think, right?
Well, when Gwiggy fucking said Alien 3, Doug and I both looked at each other like, I want to chat about that one.
It's an underrated movie.
Underrated? Well, then I guess I should watch it again.
Watch it again for just for the technical aspect of it. I mean, the cinematography was done by the guy who did Blade Runner.
Yeah. One thing that pissed me off is I went to Movie Stop this week. I don't know why anyone would buy DVDs there or Blu-rays, especially when the brand new ones, or you can get it brand new at Best Buy for the same fucking price.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why buy other people's germs?
I agree. They don't charge you for the germs.
I didn't say that. What?
They don't charge you for the germs. It's like your gift with purchase.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I have chlamydia, and we don't mean the girl. Here.
By the way, we are talking with Buddha from Buddha's Portal, also on nerdcoreradio.com.
No one needs to know that.
We know.
So, but real quick, I've been thinking about it. I picked up, a friend of mine was nice enough to give me a full set of rock bands, the drums, the guitar, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking we should have an inter-show battle of the bands.
That would be pretty awesome, considering I play everything on Expert, so.
Nice.
And I think, oh, fuck, I've never played it before.
You lost before this battle even takes
I'm a real
place.
musician. I've actually played bass and guitar and horns and shit. Yeah, it's so weird. You ever seen the video of Scott Ian trying to play Guitar Hero? You know who Scott Ian is, right?
Yeah, from Anthrax.
Yeah, he was playing it in the video. He's like, he kept fucking up. He's like, this is not my guitar part. I don't play this shit. He's like, this ain't mine. I'm fucking rhythm, bitch. He couldn't fucking do it. But anyway, when I was at Movie Stop, I just passed by and I saw Alien 3. I guess it was the last run-of-the-mill, like, basic director cut for just basic DVD.
Right.
And the cover was 3 times the alien, 3 times the excitement and all that. I'm like, 3 times the nothing. It was nothing. I'm like, how can you divide 3 by 0? Divide by 0, you can't. No. Just because it was a dog alien in there, where'd they get the 3 from?
I don't know. I guess it was just a clever marketing tactic by 20th Century Fox.
Mm-hmm. Clever, I beg to differ on that word.
Well, they did. Adam did say that basically when they first started it, they just had the release date. And they were like, "All right, let's go with it."
Yeah, there was
actors, directors, nothing. They just went with it.
They're like, "We have a release date.
This is gonna
go."
Yeah, this is going to happen. How? When? Why? Yes. Okay. Sure. Hey, it got done. I didn't do it.
Green light. So yeah, I mean, basically the horror story that this went through. I mean, it made a pretty decent movie for what it came out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got. I mean, you've read the books. Thank you very much. You know, the story that followed Aliens that was written, you know, about Newt and God damn it,
Hicks.
Hudson or Hicks. Hicks. That's right. Hudson, the dumb one, is
yes.
Dead. You know, which I found far-fetched for the age, but, you know, he hooks up with Newt, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, and when Alien 3 came out, they actually republished those books with different names.
Oh my God, did they? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, if you like own the originals, then you own a piece of history.
Well, the bitch's name is Newt. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm up to think the guy too. I don't know, but all right, I'll give Alien 3 a shot. It has been quite some years since I've seen it, and I remember actually seeing it, you know, opening day. I was a kid, and I made my dad take me.
Nice.
Me and my friend, my neighbor, we all went, yeah. We walked out of the movie, and we're like,
what the hell was
that? First time I cussed in front of my father, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
where's the guns? Where's the kaboom? Where's all the action? It's like the bitch was stuck in jail and she made it out with her hymen intact. Ooh.
Also known as a rib cage. Yeah, I had the same feeling when I saw it for the first time. I was like, I really don't want to hate this, but I didn't like it. And then, you know, when the sets came out, I bought the sets, and I was like, all right, I'll watch it again. And, you know, and I started. I guess I grew into understanding, you know, what they went through to make this movie and what it turned out to be, and that it actually turned out to be an actual watchable movie because of it not being an actual watchable making of. I mean, it was just a harrowing. It was a harrowing experience. I mean, even David Fincher denies making this movie.
Nice.
And I still think it's infinitely better than The Social Network. So that movie was just garbage.
What?
The Social Network.
What's that?
The Facebook movie. It was up for an Academy Award.
That, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was more boring than Alien 3. I don't know why Nolan's calling me on my phone. I'm not going to answer it.
Well, I'm way behind a shitload of movies. There's a lot of things I've never seen.
Yeah, I spend too much time.
I've never seen Grease 1, but I've seen Grease 2.
That's awesome.
I am just kidding.
I know. That would still be awesome.
Yeah, that's funny.
That would be awesome.
We're not live, are we?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're still on, brother.
Good. Then maybe you get to hear me call.
Awesome.
Anyway, I'll give it a shot. Now, you said the cinematography was great in 3.
Yes.
I need to see it again because I do get a lot of visuals from it when I think about it. I just don't remember dialogue and a lot of shit. I used to have the cards too. You know, the movie cards which were beautiful. I remember the short focus and the lens flare.
Yes, yeah. A lot of the establishing shots, a lot of the outside things, the stuff in the beginning were just amazing. Even though a lot of it was done with matte paintings, they did a really good job with the matte paintings, and it was also one of the first movies where they actually had a full digital character. I mean, it does look plasticky and fake and digital, but I don't know. I think they did a good job with it. Yeah. Give it a shot. Give it a shot from a technical aspect of it, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
As long as you don't ask me to watch the new Batman again, that's fine.
Don't get me started.
Didn't like it. Wait, what's the proper way to say it? Hated it.
Nice.
Now, Dredd kicked its ass.
Oh, Dredd was
I don't know
amazing.
why Dredd didn't even make it.
I know. I still have a problem with Dark Knight Rises. I think it was a very, 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 very subpar movie.
I think so too. Doug and everyone thinks Doug thinks it's shitty like I do, or subpar. But there's a lot of people who give it so much praise, and I'm like, no. It's like someone crammed shit down your throat and then said, goodbye.
Yeah, it went by. The timing was too fast. Bane was just awful. Bane was just terrible. I could go on.
I need to get an amen from you. Did Bane sound like Sean Connery and Scrooge McDuck on an auto-tune machine?
You will get an amen from me.
Your mother. I'm the Penguin now.
See, actually, I didn't hate his voice. Actually, that was kind of cool. Just the sound of him on some of the real sinister lines that he said. You know, especially when he was with the loudspeaker. Gotham. I thought he had an interesting voice, but
he just walked around with his hands on his thing, like he was like he was like an old mayor from Atlanta, and he's like everybody's free to do what they want. There's
Mayor McCheese.
That's right. There's a video on YouTube called "Everything Wrong with the Dark Knight Rises" in 3 minutes, and one of them is Bane does Adam Sandler impression. He's like, "Gotham is yours."
Have you seen the College Humor joke on it? Batman can't stop thinking about sex.
No.
I'm gonna send you the link to that, because as soon as she shivs his ass, like the way he gets back at her is all 101 sexual innuendos.
Nice.
And he starts rubbing it into Bane's face and goes, "Why are you crying? Oh, now you cry the whole movie, and now you cry." You know? And he's like, "Isn't what's it like when someone shivs 6 metal in you?" And he goes, "How about 9 hard inches? You remember that, right? That night you were not." The chick's like, "You were not 9 inches."
That's hilarious. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you, Buddha, for giving us a call.
You're welcome.
And we will talk to you more when you watch Alien 3 again.
Okay, that might be a couple of years, but you know, we won't.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling.
I got to prioritize. Take care.
All right. Talk to you later, bye.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up this a little bit long episode of Nerd-O-Rama. I want to thank Wiggy for showing up.
Anytime.
Next week we're gonna be I'll promise we'll be a little bit more structured, and you know, we had fun tonight though. We had a good time, and I will make sure to post those YouTube videos we watched so everyone else can watch them, and not just listen to them through our microphones. And again, I want to thank our sponsor, Anime Fix, on Central Avenue in downtown St. Pete. Go check them out. Mention Nerd-O-Rama, get 10% off, and help us be recognized. And I don't know. I have really no parting words to say. Gwiggy, do you have anything you want to say at the end? You want to pimp your show there?
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday night. This Tuesday specifically, from 8:30 to 10:30. Adrian Primadonnas, who usually is sitting in the chair that I am sitting here, but since we've moved to the new studio, we don't know what chair he's going to be sitting in. It'll be his first time back.
He might not even sit. He might be standing and going crazy. Yeah.
It's going to be insane. So tune in for Controlled Chaos Tuesday night, 8:30 to 10:30. Adrian comes back, and we have some stories to tell about everything that happened this past weekend. So it's going to be a riot.
Yeah. You're going to be on Dave Frank's show tomorrow?
I should be. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't decided. I have to call him tomorrow, see who's got coming on. See if he's. I mean, because he's very. Sometimes he doesn't have a guest all week to week. So, I'm not sure if he had somebody for this particular week. So, we'll see what happens. I'll talk to him tomorrow. Find out.
All right. So we will see you next week on Nerd-O-Rama. And I don't know. I don't have a sign off anymore. Or at all. I never did. So
either way.
Bye.
Bye.
The following program is
That's
intended
not
for
right.
mature audiences.
Get these morons off the air.
Yeah.
I'm taking you off the air. I think you're having a breakdown.
You've been listening to Nerd-O-Rama. Visit nerdcoreradio.com. Till next time, just remember...
It's pornography! No, the Supreme Court says it's not.
We should do this again. I think it was very constructive.